So let's get in then our technical guest to chat a little bit about the market setup. What is it that you should be looking at from a stocks perspective? We've got Amar Singh as well as CA Rudramurthy with us on the show. Amar, let's start off with you and come in on the markets at this juncture. Edging around the 9250 mark, what's the outlook from where we go from here on? Okay, Amar, I'm going to just patch that line and come to you. Rudra, how about you? What is your take on the index?
See, Nifty definitely is consolidating now in the range of 9,200 on the lower boundary to 9,300 on the upper side. So once we have this time-wise correction done, definitely this breakout above 9,300 should happen, and eventually we have to see higher levels on Nifty. Similarly on Bank Nifty, 21,400 is a strong support. So every dips to 21,400 on Bank Nifty futures has to be used as a buying opportunity, and market definitely is in a roaring bull trend, and one can definitely use every dips to just buy this market.
Okay, and what stocks, Rudra, are you recommending?
See, I have 3 buy calls. My first buy call is on Man Infra. This stock has given a clear breakout above levels of 45, and it has seen huge delivery based volumes with price moving on the upside. And stock can go to immediate levels of 55, 58, and then eventually 60 rupees also possible on Man Infra. One can have a tight stop loss at 48 for this long call. I have a second buy call on Coal-Tar Patil. Again, this stock has given a clear breakout with flag formation on technical chart. One can look at targets of 200 immediately, and even 230 is possible on Coal-Tar Patil. Have a stop loss at 175 for this long trade. And my last buy call is on BHEL. It has added a lot of open interest yesterday as well as today, with prices moving on the upside, and 172 has been the breakout level on BHEL. Stock looks very positive. Any dips to levels closer to 172, 173 has to be used as buying opportunity. Have a stop loss of 170 and look at targets of 190 initially, and 220 can also come on BHEL.
Okay, that's the view on some stock specific ideas. Amar, let's get in your views on the market as well as your picks going.
Yeah, overall the market trend and momentum definitely remains positive, because in spite of the US strike on Syria, the markets did witness some selling pressure, but overall the markets have rallied, and the trend and the positive momentum continues. But what we are seeing is that it's slightly, because it's close to 9,250 or so level. So on the higher side, 9270, 9280, that's the level of resistance. And from a short-term perspective, 9170, 9180, and below that 9120, 9130, that's a level of support. But as looking at the markets, technically speaking, the markets definitely remain strong. But on the higher side, if this Syria issue escalates, then it could have some dampening effect on the markets the coming week. So I would say that I would suggest to trade with caution over today, because how the weekend pans out, that's going to be important. But yes, technically speaking, the markets are strong. We've got the earnings season also coming in, and the bullish momentum definitely continues. So any pullback should be used as a buying opportunity, and also banking stocks have also helped, and the bank index, if you look at it, that's also remains in an uptrend.
Let's get those ideas going as well. Amar, what is it that you've picked out on the charts?
Yeah, the first one is GSW Steel. What we are seeing in GSW Steel is that this stock has gained almost 9.5–10% this week itself, after correcting to 178, 179 the previous week. And across all time frames, technically speaking, the stock remains strong. However, it's in overbought territory across all time frames. But yes, as the bullish momentum continues and the trend remaining positive, so any pullback towards 203, 205 can be used as a buying opportunity, with a stop loss of 199 and target of 214. The second stock to look at is Apollo Tyres. Apollo Tyres, it has witnessed a breakout after a consolidation, and it remains strong on weekly and monthly charts. And also, if you look at its put call ratio, it is below 0.5, clearly indicating that that there is buying interest in this particular counter. So Apollo Tyres can be bought in the range of 212 to 214 with a stop loss of 209. and a target of 224. And the third stock is Voltas. Voltas, we see that the trend remains positive. However, there is some loss of momentum, but since the trend remains positive, so any pullback towards 414, 415 can be used as a buying opportunity with a stop loss of 406 and a target of 431.
Okay, gentlemen, stay with us. Lots more to chat about. In fact, let's bring on board Mubina and talk about some of the movers in trade. Mubina, what's first up on your radar?
Well, MEP Infra is being able to clock in some smart gains in continuation with what it was doing yesterday. Now, today, of course, the news is separate. The company has said that it is planning to launch its 1200 crore rupee InvIT this month. It's been long speculated from MEP Infra that it is expected to launch it. Some definitive timeline coming in over there that it is expected to come in this month. Additionally, that boost coming in from the RBI, which allows banks to invest in InvITs as well as REITs. So banks, of course, they do have the 20% cap in which they can, invest in equity-linked mutual fund schemes, etc. So it's within that 20% limit. But nevertheless, the fact that another window of opportunity opens up for InvITs in terms of funds, that is something that's kept the MEP Infra and the likes active in trade.
Okay, thanks for that, Mubina. Let's get in a chart check then on MEP Infra. It's a smart mover, not just today, but this entire week. It's built on some very smart gains. Amar, how are you reading it on the charts?
Yeah, overall it has been a significant rally for MEP, almost from 54, 55 levels this week. It's currently trading around 64. And also the trend remains extremely strong. Technically, looking at the charts, it's strong on the daily, weekly and the monthly charts. So there is upside to it. How it closes for the day, I would say that's going to be very important. If it remains strong, the closing remains firm, then it could head higher towards 67, 68 in the short term.
Okay, Mubina, what about the second stock then? And after MEP Infra, it continues to be Phoenix Mills?
Oh yeah, in fact, out of the last 4 sessions, it has been able to be in the green for the last 3 of them. And yes, like you mentioned, after yesterday's up move, today as well, we are seeing some follow-through buying, 4.6% higher for that one. Now remember that yesterday, Canada, the news essentially was that Canada Pension Board has signed an agreement with the company and it is going to invest in Island Star Mall Developers, which is a subsidiary of Phoenix Mills, and that's the platform on which both these entities will of course be operating from. So this is something that's very positive news for Phoenix Mills, and yesterday's rally seems to be continuing today as well, 4.6% higher for Phoenix Mills.
Rudra, what's the view? Do you think that the rally can continue to extend itself? It's been a very smart mover.
Yeah, definitely yes. Short-term trend is very, very positive. It has even given breakouts above levels of 400. 480 to 490 is possible on Phoenix Mill. One can have a stop loss at 380 for this long call.
And finally, can't get your eyes off DMart, Mubina.
In fact, you just saw a flash earlier on your screens that the market capitalization of DMart has actually crossed 46,500 crore rupees. A neat 12% move coming in for DMart, and yes, a huge jump coming in from the listing price of close to about, which doubled really from the market price, rather from the issue price. And yes, that gains continue on that one. So yes, it has gained about 10% or more than 10%. It is trading at a fresh, lifetime high over there. Volumes as well very strong at 3.5 times the last 5-day average.
Avenue Supermarts is the stock that Mubina was talking about, not Phoenix Mills. She's already done talking about it. This is the one which has hit fresh highs for itself. Not just that, we are now in sight of 750, and this is as opposed to an issue price of 299. That week was very hectic after relisting at 600 plus levels, so a fair amount of build up in the stock, and then ever since then, a quiet last week. Today again the stock begins to perk up. It's a 12% surge that you're seeing on the stock, and irrespective of all the talk on valuations and how rich it's looking, there are still buyers in the stock even at 700 plus levels at that. Rudra, there's not much technical history to go by on Avenue Supermarts, but Dr. C.K. Narayan in the morning gave a bullish call on this. Typically for stocks like these, which open with such smart moves, or rather list with such smart moves, such significant upside in the stock, do you sense that in the near term this upside or breakout in the stock is going to be sustainable?
Yeah, definitely sustainable, because a basic understanding says all the IPO people who wanted to just sell it on the listing day, that selling is already absorbed in the stock. Stock looks very positive. Even today's weighted average price is somewhere closer to 715. So every dip in this stock is getting bought, and also free float available on this is very small because most of the institutional holders or even mutual fund holders are all holding this stock very tight. Valuations might look bit expensive, but on chart with available data, momentum is definitely on the positive side. Stock can definitely head towards levels closer to 800 plus in near term, and if someone wants to keep a stop loss, technically somewhere close to 700 will be my stop loss, and one can look at targets above 800 to come very soon.
Thumbs up. There we go on Avenue Supermarts. What a mover it's been. Let's move right on, get to those viewer queries. ICICI Bank is the stock we're focusing on, and we've got a query coming in from Sanjay Leslie in Karnataka with an email query saying that he's got 240 shares of the stock purchased at 268. 3-month time horizon, what should he do? Stay put or should he sell out? Amar, do you reckon that he should perhaps increase his time horizon for a heavyweight like ICICI Bank? What's the word of advice?
Yeah, overall, looking at ICICI Bank, it's in a consolidation, I would say in a range, tied in a range of 240 and 290. And his buy price is somewhere around 278 or 268 or so. So I would suggest that he should definitely hold on. If ICICI Bank goes below 240, then there could be a cause of concern. So I would suggest that he should hold on to his stock with at least 3 to 6 months time horizon. Once ICICI technically trades above 285, 290, then we can see some a sharp up move. If it doesn't trade above 285.90, then he can look at booking some profits around 280-85 levels.
Okay, there you go. Hold on. Stop loss at about 255. Next up, let's get in a query coming in on GAIL. We have a live caller. Harish joins in from Bangalore. Harish, welcome to Riding the Bull. Tell us a little bit about your holding in GAIL. What do you want to ask our experts?
Yeah, I just have an GAIL holding of 396, 400 shares. I just have a time frame of 3 months.
Okay, keeping a tight time frame yet again of 3 months. What should he do? Amar, come in on the stock. How does it look on the charts?
Overall, we are seeing that GAIL remains positive. The trend remains positive on the charts, but the buying price is comparatively slightly at a higher level. So currently it's around 287, 290 levels. So what I would suggest is that since he's holding from a 3 months and a 6 months horizon, so he should definitely hold on to it. The immediate stop loss could be 370, and a major level of support comes around 360 levels. So the range that I see is 360 to 400. Once we see GAIL consistently trading above 400 levels, then we could see the next leg of rally in GAIL.
Okay, another email query then, and Jaspreet Singh has written to us. He's bought 100 shares of Force Motors at the price level of 4,700 rupees. His time horizon is pretty long. 4 years is what he's looking at holding the stock for. Wants to know what he should be doing with this one. Rudra, what's your take on Force Motors, and especially if you could give a longer term perspective? I know it can't be as long as 4 years, but say for the next 9 to 12 months, what are the prospects of Force Motors looking like?
See, first of all, this was a stock closer to 500 rupees when many value investors bought in, and from those levels it has already given an 8-time to 10-time return. However, even on technical charts, stock looks very, very positive. If you see a longer horizon and then if you see charts on the same, all the time frames, whether you look at long term chart for 3 to 5 years or even a medium term to shorter term time frame charts on Force Motor, looks very, very positive. Keeping in mind the 4 years perspective what the query is on, definitely one can expect at least this stock to double even from current levels for the next 4 years. On a very shorter time frame, if you are looking for an year's time on Force Motor, one can definitely look at levels closer to 5,500 on Force Motor. Have a stop loss at 4,000 for that 4 years time frame, and look at targets closer to 10,000 rupee for the next 4 years on Force Motor. A wonderful stock to definitely hold in anyone's portfolio.
Okay, there you have it. That's a view coming in on Force Motors. I hope you've taken note of the advice. Hold on, and there's a lot of potential. In fact, Rudra is saying that this is a keeper for the long haul. 10,000 is the target that he has on the stock. Thank you, Amar, as well as Rudra, for sharing with us your views on the markets. Tell you what, we'll take a quick break, get in some views from Ashish Kapoor when we return. Bye.